I'm going to factor these two simple trinomials. They're called simple trinomials because they have a coefficient on x squared that's a 1. And that makes the factoring process easier than the complex trinomials. Let's look at the first one. With this simple trinomial, I can think of the same way I did the complex trinomial factoring. I multiply 1 by 7 and I get 7. So I'm looking for two numbers that will multiply to equal 7. And when I add them up, they're going to add to the 8, which is right over here. So again, I can make a list of ways to get two numbers to multiply to 7. And you don't have a lot of options. You could have just simply 1, 7 or 7, 1. And if I keep both of these positive, they are going to multiply to 7. And then when I add them up, they're going to add up to 8. I would strongly recommend that when you do these simple trinomials, you skip the decomposition step. If you do decomposition with simple trinomials in grades, let's say 11 and 12, you're going to fall behind. You're not going to be able to finish your test on time. It's not a very efficient process. So here's what you do instead. You just say, okay, to get x squared, both brackets need to start with an x. And you just put the two numbers you got. The two numbers we said will multiply to a 7, add to an 8. They are 7 and 1, or 1 and 7. So I can write x plus 1, x plus 7, or I could write x plus 7 times x plus 1. I would recommend you pause this video, try part B by yourself, and then play it and see if you get the right answer. Okay, assuming you did that, let's see what you should get. I'm going to multiply the 1 and the 36. I multiply those together, I get an answer of 36. So I'm looking for two numbers that will multiply to 36. And when I add them up, it's going to add up to negative 12 right here. That's the two numbers I'm looking for. So let's make a list of ways to get to 36. Always easier to think on paper. If you do this in your head, you might struggle. So let's do 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and then there's 6 and 6. Those are the ways to get to 36. If you didn't get the right answer, now is your chance to try to think of what the two numbers would be that have the two properties I want. Those two numbers are going to be negative 6 and negative 6. If both are negative, they're going to multiply to a positive 36. And if you have two negative 6s, you add them up, you will get negative 12. Okay, so then your factored form. So you write x squared minus 12x plus 36. It's going to say x and x again. And in each bracket, I'm going to put one of these two numbers. They're both the same. So x minus 6, x minus 6. And because they're both x minus 6, I'm going to write it as x minus 6 squared. So that's how we factor simple trinomials.